Those books, those aforementioned books that I showed, that's not my library. That's some of my library. You know, I just didn't feel like pulling everything out. Because over here, I got notebooks you'll never see. Genesis, hieroglyphic writing, pre-colonial Black Africa by Sheikh Anta Diop. These are books that I have in notebooks, Dalits, the Black Untouchables of India. See, this must have material. You got to know this. Who are these black people in India called the Untouchables? So I have notebooks full of pre-colonial Black Africa by Sheikh Anta Diop. I have notebooks full of other books in here. And when I say I got notebooks, I mean I got notebooks of books. Reese Isis papers is up in here. Western African origin, Western civilization is up in here. The Ankh, origins of electromagnetism, is up in here. I'm not even going to tell you the rest of the stuff is up in here. I have works. This is what I do. Okay? This is my dedication to my people, our people, myself, in terms of knowing who we are, in terms of reclaiming, restoring our reality. And jokers sit around here and mentally masturbate and play with our history and culture while we're dying. When too many people don't live and die so that we can make it to where we're at now. We basically slap our ancestors in the face every day. Shucking and jiving. While we're steadily dying. Not only here, but in Barbados, Latin America, Haiti, Cuba, Germany, Russia, Africa, Australia. Go ahead and check the internet. Go to YouTube. They are killing us all around the globe. And this European structure is falling down. It's collapsing. You know what? Let me tell you something. It's falling down. Personally speaking, I wish I could make it fall faster. I hope this whole system crumples to the ground. Because this is the system responsible for the death and destruction of our people. So why should I want it to stand? And then those who are suffering from cognitive dissonance would come out and say things like, but our people had something to do with enslaving us too. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to make this real plain. Whatever we did to ourselves, we're going to have to come to terms and deal with that. But what outsiders did to us, and how they did it, and why they did it, and why they're still doing it, got to be dealt with now. You see, family members are always going to argue and fight. I have yet to run into a family. I got 5 brothers. We argue and fight growing up. And I know a lot of brothers did. You know, but guess what? Me and my brother would physically fight. I could put my hands on my brother. My brother could put my hands on me. But no outsider better come in and do it. And that's the perspective we got to have. Sure, African people, sure, black people, we beefing among ourselves today. Probably just as we was beefing among ourselves back then. That's our right to do. But you don't let no outsider come in and do it. Don't no outsider come in and mutilate and disrespect your children and your women and your mother and your grandmother and your father. Nobody comes in and just does to you and then tries to say, yeah, but you doing it too. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. And I know a brainwashed mind when I hear one. And that's a brainwashed mind. But black people, okay. So because black people did it, that means anybody outside can go do it? Is that what you're saying to me? Because my brother, my flesh and blood brother who I grew up with, just stole something out of my mother's pocketbook. does that give outsiders who don't live in my house the right to come in and steal money out my mother's pocketbook too? You know the answer, just like I do. And this is what we got to work with, because we have all these outsiders that have been doing us dirty. Not doing us, are still doing us dirty. Are black people in America going to raise up and say anything about what's happening? No. Why? I ain't no African. I ain't no... Yes, you is. I have yet to see... You know what? I want somebody to explain to me, please. Anybody, I don't care who they are. Please explain to me how white people loaded all these Africans on the boat. And they dropped some off in America, and dropped some off in Haiti, and dropped some off in Jamaica, and dropped some off in South America and elsewhere. I want to know when they changed what they do. Became something else while they was on the boat, because I know Africans got on the boat, and I have to assume that Africans got off the boat, and I have to assume that when they was having babies, that a African child was coming out of that African woman's womb. So I'm trying to figure out when they became something else. When did you become Jamaican? When did you become Haitian? When did we become American? America is named after some other European, Amerigo Vespucci. How the heck? You know what? How am I going to be in America Vespucci when that's somebody's name? That's what America's named after. So how can I be that? What am I doing? Going to sit here and allow white people to continue to define our reality? Tell us who we are? There's not one black American in America right now. If you wanted to be a black American, you couldn't be one. Now, why is that? It's that way because whether you've been keeping up with it or not, every so many years they have to sign the Civil Rights Bill saying that we got equal rights, saying that we have job protection and blah 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 and everything else. This is what they got to sign every so many years. Why? Why do they have to sign that? I thought we were citizens. You don't do that for citizens. You only do that for people who aren't citizens of a country. So the idea that white people got to sign that bill every so many years to make sure that we got rights means that we are not citizens in America. And we sit up here playing this game while we are dying. I got like 2 minutes left on this video here. I'm ready to really start getting serious on this, and my series of videos is going to be called You Got Me Fired Up. So being that I only have a minute and so many left, I'm going to let this video here go out, and this will give me a little chance to put these books up, and I'll see you back on the flip side. Catch up.